I wasn't making the money that I wanted. I didn't have the career advancement that I wanted. I didn't have the freedom that I wanted. The worst that you could do is just stay where you're at. If you're not happy with where you are and you want to get somewhere else, just do it. Just do it. Don't overthink it.
Give advice to that guy who's right now sitting on it. Like, he's been watching my videos, he's been seeing all these people get jobs, but he's just too nervous to pull the trigger. He's too uncertain. What do you say to him? Today's episode is a client interview with Ian Landis, who didn't have sales experience, didn't have a college degree, and was making only $40K as a manager of a storage facility where he was for 5 years. And now, 35 days later, he is in a fully remote tech sales role at an amazing company, and he's here to share all about his experience. Enjoy. For those of us that don't know you and your background, what were you doing before Sword, and why did that not feel like a good path for you?
Gotcha. So I was in property management. I was a facility manager for a storage facility, and this year I made 5 years. I was an assistant manager, and then I became the property manager. I was promoted, and before that, I had done several other things. I'd been a FedEx driver. I'd been, just jumping around job to job, and just wasn't. I don't know. So I wasn't making the money that I wanted. I didn't have the career advancement that I wanted. I didn't have the freedom that I wanted. I didn't have just everything that I could get out of tech sales in those positions. I had to commute to work. I had to, be micromanaged by somebody above me. That's what I was doing. So yeah, I was at the storage facility. It was not fun. Literally my last day there, got into an argument with a customer. I'm just so glad. I'm so glad I don't have to deal with that anymore.
Yeah. Wow. So 5 years at the storage facility, you even got promoted. What is like the income progression there? I mean, what did you leave making per?
Got you. So I started out around 30K, and then I jumped up to about 45, 47-ish. And now with this new offer, I'm making basically double that. So I literally doubled my income over, in the course of 30 days in a month. So
Oh, 5 years. You would think like 5 years at an org, you would get promoted, which you did. But from the outside looking in at a storage facility place, I would expect the manager to be making at least 80K, like if not 100K a year. So that's crazy, man. Yeah, there's no way you can build a life around 40K a year. It's not gonna happen. So, wow. Okay. How did you discover tech sales? Was it brand new? Did you have buddies in it?
So the way that sales came about to me is actually, I really believe it was God speaking to me through other people. I just kept having people come and speak to me. And even the ex-girlfriend that I was dating at the time, she got into door-to-door sales. I met her boss, and he offered me a job, and I didn't take it in sales. And then I just met several people throughout these 5 years that have been telling me, it's like, hey, man, you should really try sales. You should really try sales. Just people random, not even asking them, just coming up and talking to me about it. So it had been in the back of my mind, and I was like, you know what? I have nothing to lose. I might as well give it a shot. I didn't know about tech sales specifically, but I was just interested in sales.
Yeah, I mean, you're like Troy Polamalu. You're the Troy Polamalu of sales, man. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man. And yeah, I found I had also found freelance copywriting. So I had found out about copywriting, and I gave that a shot. I had tried to start my own business online and make money online, doing affiliate marketing at first, building an email list. And that's really where I started realizing I do enjoy sales, because I remember making my first sale, spending money on ads, and it was no better feeling, but I lost money in the process. And I was like, oh man, I suck at sales. I need to get better at this. So I've tried the freelancing thing, and although it was good, I did have a lot of success in that. I still there wasn't the security that I wanted in freelancing, like where you have it a 9-to-5 job. You kind of know your hours, and then you know that you're going to get paid. But with a freelance job, it was kind of per project, per contract, per client, and if there was nothing there, you don't make anything. So I took my experience from freelancing, and then I took my experience from working the job, and I don't know what made me go on YouTube, and I just started looking at, well, it actually started, I went on Indeed and I just started looking at sales jobs. I looked at door to door. I looked at selling like roofing. I looked at selling solar. I looked at selling all kind of stuff. I went on YouTube and just started watching videos about sales, just learning, educating myself. And then I stumbled across tech sales. And then just watching YouTube videos about it seemed interesting. And then out of nowhere on my Instagram feed, I was just mindlessly scrolling one day and an ad for you popped up. And I had never seen you before, never spoken to you, never watched your YouTube videos, just, random. And I saw it and I watched it and I'm like, that's interesting. And something about it like clicked with you. And then I actually, usually I don't watch the whole ad all the way through. I just click through them. But for some reason, I watched your entire, IG ad all the way through. And when I heard your story that you had also been arrested, because I had also been arrested at 19, and it just clicked. Your story resonated with me, and seeing how you could go from, where you were to where you are, I was like, oh man, this is like the coach that I'm looking for. And I understood the value of having a coach. I understand the value of not doing things, by yourself, asking for help, being humble enough, having humility to realize you don't know everything, you don't know what you don't know. So I honestly, I found your video and I sat on it probably for, I want to say like 2 to 3 weeks. And I just thought about it, kind of like marinated in my mind. I talked with my girlfriend about it, and she was like, you know what, just schedule the meeting, talk with him, just see what this is about. And went from there. I was nervous to pull the trigger, but I did it. And honestly, I'm so glad that I did. I'm so glad that I did. This program has been tremendous.
Wow. Okay.
Sorry, that was a lot, but I just,
No. It's so
give
helpful.
up to this, man.
It's so helpful because most of the people that follow me on Instagram are like you right now. They're sitting on this decision. They're interested. They're interested enough. They saw the ad. They're like, I don't trust people on Instagram sending me ads ever because they're all sketchy. But is this one real? Like, do people actually have these results, and can they actually transform their life? I mean, man, you're sitting here a little over a month and your income has doubled and your life has changed.
Yeah.
But what you're talking about with, like, one, sitting on the decision to reach out and learn more, and then two, the nerves of actually pulling the trigger, because there's an investment, not only finances, but the time. Like, you have to commit to another full-time job till you get a job, of like a job search.
Yeah.
Can you kind of unpack maybe like, or maybe give advice to that guy who's right now sitting on it? Like, he's been watching my videos, he's been seeing all these people get jobs, but he's just too nervous to pull the trigger. He's too uncertain. What do you say to him?
Gotcha. So it'd really be like I'm talking to myself. It's, what do you have to lose? Do you like, I mean, the worst that you could do is just stay where you're at. Really, like, just take the chance. I mean, if you're serious, if you know that you're gonna commit and you know that you're gonna actually put the work in, because it does require effort. There's nobody can do it for you. So if you're actually gonna do it, um, why not? Why not? You already not happy where you're at. That's why you're looking at this. That's why you're considering it, right? So just, if you're going to be unhappy anyways, you might as well be unhappy and do the process to get where you want to be and be happy eventually. So I would say feel the fear, but do it anyways. Because that's what I did. And I remember my heart racing, my palms feeling sweaty, and then knowing there was an investment, and you have to just pull the trigger and make the decision, bite the bullet. There's a saying that I like: buy once, cry once. So just do that. Buy once, cry once. And yeah, like, you'll be able to make that money back. If you're not happy with where you are and you want to get somewhere else, just do it. Just do it. Don't overthink it. I was still in school at the time, so that was kind of my situation. So I was working full time, and then I was going to school after work, albeit online, but I was still going to school. I was still in the middle semester, and I thought, oh, let me just wait till the end of the semester but I ended up pulling the trigger while I was still finishing my finals week. I talked to you about that, and then I really jumped in to the program full force, and the results are there to you reap what you sow. I sowed my seeds, and now I'm reaping the fruit. So
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's so good. And I love what you're saying about like it's hard. Like there's a lot of work that goes into this. And it's not one of the things where it's like make 100K from home in 2 weeks. Like it's
yeah,
not one of those things. It's like you had to become a different version of Ian who was capable of landing a role like this. And you did it. You did it quickly. And so I'm curious on that note, like were there any limiting beliefs you feel like you ran into? Were there any like worries or fears? What were they, and how did you work through this?
so yeah, at first I was nervous that, like, is this right for me? Is this another scam? Because I have bought a course before off of Instagram, from an Instagram ad, and it was for forex trading, because I wanted to get rich quick. But those things don't exist, and although they do take work, and some people have success with them, like, you it's not the majority of people. But when I looked into you and I saw, just everybody was getting results, the vast majority of people who actually, you know did what needed to be done, paid the price, and actually utilized the information in the course, were getting the results that you promised you would get. I was like, yeah, I could do it too. There's no reason. There's no reason. But I did wonder, is this right for me? Is right now the right time? Should I make this investment? Like, do I have the resources? Because I had it, but I was planning to use it for something else. I wanted to buy a used truck, and
Mm,
I put that off to do this, and now I can get that, my next paycheck easy. So it's
wow.
like, yeah.
Wow.
Um, I had several beliefs, but feel them, just don't listen to them. Just
Yeah.
walk forward anyways. Like, um, you know, I will say, so part of the reason I also connected with you was because your faith was so strong, and I could see that through the camera and in your ad.
Mhm.
And I recently just came back to my faith, and I had been reading my Bible and just understanding, like, I was so lost and scared, and I don't know anything. I realized that, like, he knows everything. I don't know nothing. Just if he's opening the door, just walk through it.
Mm.
This door popped up, um, and it was just time for me to walk through it. So even though I had all this chatter and disbelief and fear and anxiety, I just decided to do it scared.
Yeah. That's so good. You've probably heard the quote, uh, confident or courage is not the absence of fear, but it's the ability to take action in the presence of fear. And it's basically that same saying of like, y'all, like your life is hard no matter what. Like
Yeah,
it's hard to stay where you are, and it's hard to invest in yourself and jump into a brand new industry like Ian did and have no idea what's on the other side and no idea if you're going to be successful or not. Both are hard, but you get to choose your hard. And there's a lot of people who prefer comfort, and I understand that. Like when I had to leave my cushy W-2 job in tech sales that I'd worked 5 years for to go start this business, bro, I was terrified. Like I was like, Lord, you better be real, because if you're not, like I'm screwed, man. And it was in that step of faith, and it was in that process that I was able to grow a ton. And I'm here, you're here, so like it all connects, and it all has purpose in it. It's for
yeah.
sure. What do you
I remember. Sorry to cut you off. I remember talking with you when we first connected, and you mentioned that to me. That actually gave me more inspiration. It's like, if you could, if you had the courage to even leave something that you worked 5 years to build, your career, and start something brand new. And, like, if I'm doing that and my coach is doing that and he's a living example of that, then I have no reason to complain, let fear hold me back. It was nerve-wracking, it was scary, but we talked about it and you were scared as well. So just understanding that this is just a normal human thing. It's just an experience, but, like, you feel the fear now, you won't feel it later.
Yeah. Feel it and do it anyway. I love that.
Yeah.
That's a good quote from Ian Landis right there. Um, what do you say to the guy who's like, yeah, but I think I can go do this on my own? Like if you were being real with yourself, Ian, how long realistically do you think it would have taken you to to go land one of these jobs on your own?
I'll tell that guy good luck. So here, and this is why I'll tell you. So when I spoke with my recruiter, when I got my job offer, her words verbatim, does not mean making anything up. She called me and she said, look, out of hundreds of applicants, the way that you followed up and the way that you presented yourself, that your interview, the whole team loved you. You stood out amongst hundreds of applicants. If you want to go compete against hundreds of other people who have experience, who know what they're doing, have been there before, have experience interviewing, know the skills, they know what you don't know, good luck. If that's what you want to do, good luck. I'm going to pray for you. I wish you the best. I've tried to do that before in freelancing, and I got my butt kicked, and I realized that I don't know anything. I suck, and it's okay to ask for help, right? And that's something I learned honestly from sports as well. I used to be a boxer, and come to the gym thinking you're a tough guy, and you will find out really fast that you don't know anything. You'll be humbled by somebody way smaller than you, younger than you, and they'll kick your butt. If you want to try to do that yourself, good luck. I don't recommend it. You can go so much further and faster with somebody who actually who's been there and done that. All you have to do is follow their footsteps or the path they set out for you. And then on top of that, like, you get to avoid the things that you don't know, the pitfalls and the gutters, because they've already been there and done that. So, if you want to get there fast, that was one of the promises in your ad, was that if you want to change your life in record time with rapid speed, and that's what I wanted. So I trusted it and I followed your plan, and you came through on your promise and I came through on mine, and here we are. So yeah, but being honest, if I had to do it by myself, to answer your question, I know it would have took me a long time, and I don't know if I would have stayed with it, because I think I would have been discouraged. Probably would have been like, like pulling my hair out, banging my head against the wall, like, why? Like, how I just applied to 50 companies, 100 companies, nobody's getting back to me.
Yeah, man. I think that humility and you having a fighting background is very telling, because you're so humble. I mean, I grew up like high school football player, thinking I could fight anyone, beat anyone up. And then my jujitsu buddy comes along, and in 2 seconds I'm tapping out.
Yep.
And it's like, that's something in life. Like, look, if you want to stay where you are because you don't trust people, you don't want to get coaching, get feedback, get mentors, get wisdom, then don't complain about where you are. Like, that's it. But if you don't like where you are, I mean, Ian, like, if I ever need to learn how to box, like, I'm going to come to you, man, because right? Yeah. And so it's just that mindset of like, you are the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with. And so if you're surrounding yourself with people that are where you want to be, it's only a matter of time before you start to become like them and develop the skill sets and all of that. So I'm really proud of you for that, man.
Yeah, thank you.
A couple other questions as we wrap up here. So one is just working with me directly. What was that like? Like, was there any favorite part of my coaching style? Was there anything like that? Because I know people have heard about these courses, and it's like, oh, I got passed off to an assistant coach, or, oh, it's all group training or something like that. But this is like really one-on-one. So do you have anything to kind of bring light to that?
Gotcha. Yeah. So I've experienced that as well. I bought a previous course where I thought it was going to be, me talking to the actual course creator. And it wasn't. It was talking to their assistants or like other people that they hired who were good, but it wasn't them. I bought the program to talk to them. In this program, I got to talk to you directly. I reached out to you on Slack. You responded, always, within a few minutes, if not instantly. And if you needed to get back to me, you would just say, hey, I'll get right back to you. But honestly, it was phenomenal. I could ask you any question, you'd have an answer for me. There was never like, I'm uncertain and my mentor's uncertain, so this is weird. No, you knew exactly how to communicate what I needed to hear to me in a way that made sense to me. And if the first way didn't make sense, you just say the same thing again, but you package differently and it clicked. So it was great working with you. You have a knack for this, but again, you just deliver so many people results. So that's also a testament to how good of a leader and a coach you are.
Thank
So
you.
I saw that and I was like, hey, that's who I want to be under. That's who I want to coach me.
Thank you. Takes two, man. I can't force people to want to grow and take the feedback and implement. And you did a phenomenal job of that.
Thank you.
Last question I have for you is, I guess it's a two-parter. One is like, what are you most proud of through this process? And two, what are you most excited for now that you're in this great job and you've got all this exciting stuff coming up?
Yeah. So I got a bit to unpack for that one. I'm super proud. I'm super proud of myself, honestly, because I had been wanting to make the change out of the job that I was in for years. Honestly, I had been there within the first 2 years. I knew that I did not want to stay there forever. And then another year passed, and then another year passed, and then finally we got to this year. Now I'm 5 years deep in at this job. I finally get promoted after 4 years, and I was just ready to make the change. And I'm glad that, man, God's timing is so good. It's just the right person came at the right time, and it was up to me to make the decision. Like, hey, are you gonna, be scared and not do it, or are you gonna be scared and do it? So I'm proud of myself that I did it scared, and I made it happen. Well, I didn't make it happen. He, walked the plan. All I had to do was walk forward. So I'm super proud of myself for doing that. I'm super proud of myself for reaching out to you and even scheduling the meeting, and like, not just saying, oh, I can do it myself, not being, not overestimating my ability. I'm yeah, man, I'm I'm at a loss for words because my family has been telling me they're so proud of me. Like, I had dinner with my dad and broke the news to him. I hadn't seen him in a few months. My mom is super proud of me. Um, I did this with no degree. Like, I'm still in school. My older brother, my girlfriend, yeah, I'm at a loss for words. You're super proud of me. It's hard for me to just get it out. I don't even know what I'm feeling. I'm still processing it. But yeah, I'm super excited about the future because I think I told you in the beginning that my girlfriend and I are doing long distance,
Mhm.
and we were talking about getting engaged very soon. So now I can go ahead and make that move. I can yeah, exactly. So I can afford, a nice ring. I can afford to make these changes. I don't have to like pinch pennies here and there and there. And I'm still gonna budget and be myself, but having that extra financial cushion makes a world of difference. I'm able to help out my mom with more things. I'm able to help out family. I'm able to help out friends. I'm able to help myself. I've been tithing at church more, and like it's just been great. It's been great, honestly. So I'm super excited for the future. Like I told you, this company is flying me out to Toronto, Canada. I've never been to Canada. So this is my first time. So I'm super excited. They were telling me they're gonna fly me to other conferences around the country and around the world. I feel blessed. I feel like I got more than I deserve. Just yeah, I have a lot to look forward to, and I'm excited for the person that I'm going to continue to grow into, because I know that this is just the beginning. I know
Oh,
that this is not even the peak of the mountain. Just, there's so much more ahead, so I'm really excited.
amazing. I'm thinking of Jeremiah 29:11, man. Like, God has plans to prosper you, not to harm you, but to give you a hope and a future. And you're getting to taste and see some of that now,
Yeah,
which is incredible. And you're right. Like, this is the beginning of a whole new chapter for you,
yeah,
and like what your life becomes and how you show up as the fiance, then husband you want to be, then father you want to be one day, the leader you're going to be. Like, it's all because you said yes in the middle of being uncomfortable and scared and afraid. You said yes and you worked hard. So,
yeah.
man, I'm so proud of you. Congratulations. And I'm really excited to see where you grow.
Yeah, thank you so much. I really am appreciative of you. I'm glad that you uh, had the courage and took the risk to actually leave your job and create Sword, because without Sword, there would have been, not just me, but a ton of other people who would have had to, navigate this battle by themselves. But no, we have you in our corner. So big shout out to you. Big shout out to Sword. I really appreciate you for making this. Um, I'm super excited for what's ahead. Shout out to Forma, my company. I don't know if I can say that on camera, but I'm super
Yeah.
appreciative
Shout
of
out
them.
to Norma.
Yeah, shout out to Forma. Yeah, and anybody who's on the fence about this, like, do it scared. Just do it scared. That's the best advice that I can give you. You're not gonna make the fear go away. It's not gonna go away. It's not gonna go away until you do it a few times, until you get comfortable, until you get that job offer. Just do it scared. And like Jack said, just because of one yes, I changed my life in 30 days or 35 days. Doubled my income.
Mike
So
nailed it.
yeah.
100%. Ian, thank you, man. Really appreciate you sharing everything you did, and genuinely am so excited for you. Thank you, God, for everything. And man, you're gonna crush it. So
Yeah. Thank you. And also one more thing before we wrap up. Not only was I able to get the job offer, but I feel confident going into the job, knowing that I have the skills. So it's not just you're gonna land a job, but you're also going to come out swinging. Because when I had a peer interview, they asked me what I already knew, and I was already using some of the tools they use. So they were like, "Oh wow, I didn't know about these tools until I got hired here at this company." So I know I can't wait for my first day. They asked me if I needed some time, like a little vacation. I told them no, let's get started right away. I want to start July 1st. I'm ready.
hungry.
Hungry. So
Tomorrow.
that I just wanted to drop the mic one more time. Anybody who's scared, do it scared. But also know that you're gonna get the offer if you put in the work. You're gonna get the result, but you're gonna be able to keep the result as well. Not just get it. You're gonna be able to keep it. You're not gonna have imposter syndrome. You're gonna have full confidence. You're gonna have hunger. So, Jack, again, thank you for everything, man. I really, really, really do appreciate it.
Bro, you're my brother now. I'm proud of you.
Absolutely.
Thanks for watching the episode, y'all. Ian basically said it all. I mean, look, if you are trying to get into tech sales, the only person in the way of that is you, because you need help. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching these videos. You wouldn't be watching these podcasts about how to break into tech sales. You'd already be in tech sales. So I've got 2 resources to help you. The first one linked below is an invite to our free Breaking into Tech Sales community. In that community is a classroom, and there's a step-by-step guide in there showing you how to break into tech sales that I made myself. My clients use most of what's in there, and that will actually help you start to land interviews and progress in those interviews to offers. The second link below is actually a meeting link to meet with my team. That is for people who know they want to do this in the next month. Our client average is 38 days. Ian was 35 days. Now, of course, it all comes down to you putting in the work and implementing our coaching, but we consistently produce results. We have a 99% success rate for our clients, and that's over 200 clients that have broken into tech sales with Sword. So if you need help, grab some time with my team. We'll talk to you about your background and if we're going to be a good mutual fit or not. And by the way, because you guys are so faithfully listening to these episodes, when you're on that call, mention a 90-day guarantee. And what that's going to do is that will allow you to have an option where if in 90 days you still don't have a job, we will refund you. If you are a good client, you've been compliant, and you're putting in the work. So that way you can be sure that if you are to make an investment, both with your finances and your time into Sword, we will produce a result for you if you can show up and put in the work. So guys, thank you for watching the episode.